Welcome, it's Drew Blazik, Logos and Markets. This is the third video. We're going to do calculations or advanced mortgage calculations. And in the previous video, we found out if we put an extra payment on the house, well, how much of a return are we actually making from that extra payment? Well, it's going to pay the house sooner. We got to compare it to the assumption we're going to hold the loan to maturity, which is not the case for most Americans, because what we do is we sell the house within 8 to 12 years. So in this calculations, we're going to say, well, if we put an extra payment in the second month or per month, how much are we really making off the interest saved if we sell the house? Let's say we sell it off within 3 years. So let's get right to that. What we're doing here is we got our loan of $400,000. We did a 30-year mortgage. We have $1,000 paid off every single month, $300 in the fourth month, and then we have $1,000 in the 16th month. So what we want to find out, well, what if we sell the house in a shorter period of time? So what we're going to do is we're going to type 36 into, this is when we sell the house, and we want to find out, well, how much money do we actually make? So let's attach some values here. We're going to go equals. I'm going to go to that 36, make sure it's in there. We have all our data from the loan. And I think we have everything here to make those calculations. All right, so first thing we want to do is what is the total interest? What is the total interest paid, not including the extra payment? So what we want to know is if we sell the house in 3 years, 36 months, how much interest do we pay if there's no down payment? Because we've got to compare that with if we did put money down. What we're going to do is we're going to hit negative, because I want to flip the sign from a negative to a positive. We're going to do the cumulative interest equation. And then it's going to ask us what is the interest rate per period, 0.5. And then comma, and then it's going to ask us the total number of payments is MPER. Nothing's changing so far. Now we want to know the loan amount. Start period, it starts from period 1. And then it says, when does it end? Well, it ends, can't see it, but it's right there, E14. That's the 36 month. We linked it up. Hit comma, hit 0 for the payment starts at the end of the month. So that's if we didn't do anything, that's the interest paid. And now what we want to do is how much interest do we pay, including the 300, the 1,000, and the 1,000 per month every month. All right, so to calculate that, what we want to do, just do this pretty quick, is we want up to this point, up to the 36 month, we want to know what is all the interest. I don't want to calculate up to the 38th month. We sell the house in 3 years. How much interest did we pay? So we're going to equals. And now we're going to do a special function you want to get used to. It's called a sum if function. And I'm going to zoom up a little bit so we see it. So equals, we'll do sum if. Now it's asking us the range. That's going to be the months. So I'm going down Control Shift all the way down. I'm going to hit comma. All right, if you look up here, now it's asking, well, what's the criteria? Well, I'm going to say is if the month is less than or equal to, okay, I want to say less than or equal to 36. I want to calculate that interest paid in our amortization. So if it's less than or equal to, and you have to do a special, you have to do the and function. So this is a little different than some functions we've done before. So I said, if the month is less than or equal to, and then you say and E14. This is saying if it's less than or equal to 36 month, we want to add up the interest. So the interest won't add up the 37th month, but it will do the 35th, 34th. And then we're going to say comma, and then it's asking us, well, what is our range? What are we summing up? I'm summing up the interest. Hold down Shift all the way down. Hit enter. There's a, oh no. I forgot, good lesson. I always tell people, gotta remember how to do this, but You see how I have the less than or equal to? You have to put that in a quote. So that's what we're quoting is less than or equal to, and then you say and then E14. So that's going to show the interest. Okay, next what we want to know is, okay, what is our interest saved? Of course, that's going to be the interest paid if we didn't do a down payment minus the interest paid if we did do a down payment. All right, next what we want to do is we want to find out the principal paid. Well, the principal paid, I could do the same function. Well, let's do that real quick. So if I said, and we want to know the principal paid with the extra payments. Now I could do, if I want to know the principal paid without the extra payments, that's just going to be equal to cumulative, and then you do P. That's what that would calculate. But what I don't want that function because this is the principal paid in each month, but we also put money down in each month. So that principal paid needs to be this added up to the 36th month plus the down payment, or not down payment, but the extra payment per month. So before we do that, what we want to find out, we have to calculate, well, what is the total extra payments per month, right? So what we want to do here with the total extra payments per month, just looking how I think I did something a little weird. Now I could add up, I could say, well, what if we did the 36 multiplied times the 1000? That would probably make it correct. But the problem is, what if that last month, well, it probably wouldn't mess up at all. But what I want to do is I want to sum up this just in case if it paid it off and it's a different value, just in case. Now, if we're going to sell the house early, it probably won't mean anything or change anything, but let's just do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to sum up. So I'm going to do a sum if function. And again, I'm going to do the month. We're going to do this a few times. I'm going to go all the way down. I'm going to hit comma and I'm going to say quote less than or equal to, and then end quote. So I'm saying that's going to be less than or equal to. And then you want to do the and function, and we're going to say E14. I want to sum it up if it's less than or equal to that E14. Didn't mean to do that. And then now it's asking us, well, what are we going to sum up? I'm going to hit comma, and I want to sum up all those extra payments. So if you just multiplied 36 times 1,000, that's going to be probably 999 out of 1,000 times correct. But just to make sure our model's always correct, and there's the last payment that wasn't exactly 1,000, I'm going to sum up this. That's going to make it a little better. Next is, what is the total in a specific month? So we'll do the same thing. I'm going to sum this up if it's less than 36. So we'll do sum if. Again, I'm going to do the months, and then comma, and then less than equal to. I forgot the opening quote. And then we'll say the and function. You kind of remember it's E14. I'm going to hit comma, and then I'm going to sum up an extra payment only if it's less than 36 months. Right? So we don't accidentally, for example, if we had in our model, we put a $2,000 payment in the 41 month. Let's do that just to see if it works. We'll put a $2,000 payment, go to amortization. There's the $2,000 payment, and it did not add it in there because we have a nice sum if function. All right, next we want to do is, well, what is the total principal paid? So I want to know, what is the total principal we paid? Well, the total principal paid is our amortization principal. right? Plus the extra payment here. So what we're going to do is and this is dynamic where it's automatically calculating if it's within that 36 months. And I'm going to go equals, and we're going to do another sum if function. And I'm going to sum up. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sum up all the way down, and then we're going to say less than or equal to, and I forgot the open quote again, like I always do. And then we're going to say and, so I'm just going to compare it to the E14, less than the 36. And then I'm going to hit comma, and now it's asking, well, what do I want to sum up? Well, I want to sum up all the principal. So I'm going to go all the way down. And then I'm going to close this, hit enter. And you notice it's incorrect because that's just the principal and the amortization. We also have to add plus our extra payments. Here's our total extra payments. We haven't calculated yet. Well, I'm going to put that right there. And now we can sum this up. There, perfect. It summed up all our extra payments plus all the principal paid. So we pay down $56,500 on it. Okay, everything looks good. What I'm going to do is, I should probably call it the same thing. I kind of renamed the names. Now what I want you to do is you want to calculate based on what is your total return. You got the saved, how much money you made, how much you invested in. It shows you how much. I'm sorry, not the principal. You don't want to do the principal paid. That's just for us to see. We want to do these, right? There's the total payments I invested into the house. This is what I made. What is my total return? What is my yearly return? So I'm going to pause it. I want you to do that. You know how to do it in the last video. And then we will, I'll show you what the numbers look like. Welcome back. To you is a second. To me, it was 10 seconds. Okay, so we got if we sell the house in 36 months, what did we make? We made 9.33% total for 3 years. That's about 3.02% annual return if we sell it. So compare it to if we held the house to maturity, make that assumption, we made almost we made about 6.28%. If we sell it early, if we sell the house early, we made 3%. Why? It's because the house prioritizes interest at the beginning. You make a lot of money if you hold it to maturity because that's the interest that you're going to save at the long run. So therefore, if you sell the house too soon, you're not making as good of a return. So if we go back to our model, we can go all the way up here and say, well, what if we sell the house within 12 months? We only made 2.82%. Off that 300 and that 1,000, off of $1,300. That's what we made. So there you go. Let me know if you have. I'm sorry, not 1,300. 1,000 per month. So that would be 13 or 12,000. Came to my calculation, 12,300. I was like looking at it when I said 1,300. I was like, that makes sense, but. There you go. Rest of this video, let's just make sure we plug our values in. So what we want to do here is we want to look at, okay, what is our total, and a lot of these calculations were already calculated. So what is our interest paid, not including extra payment? Let's link that in. Interest paid right there. What is interest paid, including the extra payment? Right there. What is our effective yield on the extra payment? That's that annual yield. And then what is our principal paid? So there's two values we got to calculate. What is our principal paid? Not including it. And then we want to know what is our principal paid, including it. So let's plug that in first because that's the calculation we already calculated. I'm going to go equals. That's going to be in E, what is that, 18. There's our principal paid. And now we want to look at, well, what if we didn't put any payment down? We could see the difference of how much interest we would have had. I'm going to go equals. We'll do that function. That's going to be the cumulative interest payment function. And then we want to know, well, what is our periodic rate? What's our normal MPER? What's the loan amount? That'd be up there, but I could just type in loan amount. Then comma. Start, we say we started then, and then comma, what's the end? That's going to be that 12 right there. Month of sale. And then we want to say the end of the month. Oh, it was a negative. I hate when it's always a negative. I'm going to put a negative on the outside. Oh no, it's not lighting up. I think I might have an issue with my calculator. 1 second. Okay, I think I accidentally did the interest. I was wondering what I did here, but I did the when I typed that in. I did the interest. So you have to do cumulative principal. So that's the function we need. Actually, the interest. All right. So we got that's the interest or the principal paid. Again, it's cumulative PRINC. And just type the values in. That's assuming there's no extra payment. We do the calculations, all the principal paid with the extra payment. The extra payments plus the principal would be what we paid. So we put a lot of money down on extra payments. This is how much we lowered the house on it. Okay, next we want to do in this last part is remaining balance at the end of the sale. So we want to say, well, how much do we owe of the house? That's all it means. So we're going to say, okay, that's going to be the loan amount, right, minus our principal paid. That's going to be that is, and then last is equity built from the principal paid. What does that mean? That means how much equity do we gain in our house because of our extra payments? And well, that's going to be calculated by the difference between the interest paid. Right? Oh no, I make another mistake right here. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I did the interest. What I should have done was how much did we gain? You know what? I think there is a mistake on the Excel sheet. 1 sec. I think mistake I'm making. I'm thinking interest both times. So we don't need the difference between the interest. I need the difference between the principal. That's how much equity we built in from those extra payments. So we're just saying, well, how much do we pay off the principal? There's two values to it. The extra payments going directly into your house. You're getting more equity that way. Also, if we compared it, if you have your normal amortization and you're putting an extra payment per month, this principal amount, because we're putting $1,000 extra a month, this principal, we're putting more principal per month as well, per payment. Because once the house is paid off, that's a lower interest payment per month as well. That $1,000 took it down. That means we're paying less interest per month. That means this PMT is more payment or principal that time than it was before. So that would be our why we're building extra onto it. So there you go. That's the third video. The last video we're going to do is our sensitivity analysis. So I want to say thank you for watching, and God bless.